Our opposition leaders are calling on South Africans to come out and support a march to the Constitutional Court today. That's where the United Democratic Movement's application for a secret vote in Parliament will be heard. The UDM wants National Assembly Speaker Baleka to allow a secret ballot when MPs vote on the no-confidence motion in President Jacob Zuma. Parliament has not yet set a date on the motion pending the outcome of today's Constitutional Court bid. Several opposition parties and 2 civil society groups are backing the court action. They are also warning of dire consequences if President Zuma is not removed soon. The parties believe a secret vote will provide the safest space for MPs to vote without fear. Today's march will start at Mary Fitzgerald Square in Newtown in the CBD of Johannesburg, and that's where we find our reporter this morning, Sigelelwa Mdingi. Good morning, Sigelelwa. Well, it's a couple of hours before that march starts. Who is going to be taking part in the march, and can you just set the scene for us?
Good morning, Braden. Once again, opposition parties sounding the clarion call to South Africans, this time around asking them to be counted here at Mary Fitzgerald Square at 8 a.m. The opposition parties on Friday calling a media briefing where they were outlining their plans for today, saying that South Africans need to come here because the court action, today's court action, speaks to the heart of our country's constitution. Once again, Braden, you're seeing this collaboration between our different opposition parties, which started right after those August the 3rd elections, when that collaboration where we saw those coalition governments coming together in those different metros. And it didn't stop there. Actually, it's been gaining momentum where we see that the DA, the EFF, UDM, COPE and the other parties coming together, especially on the call for the president to either be recalled or to step down. Last month, of course, we had those different days of action, and today they're saying that South Africans come out again in your numbers. Be counted as you all make that walk to the ConCourt at 9 o'clock. Opposition parties leaders are all expected to be here, Braden, as they lead that entourage to our country's High Court, where those hearings are expected to start at 10 a.m.
Well, those hearings, Sigelela, I guess, as they say, all eyes will be in the court this morning when the hearings take place. I mean, many legal experts leading up to this have been at pains to explain that a court cannot order Parliament what to do. They can make a ruling, but they can't tell Parliament what to do.
Actually, Braden, that also falls in the president's arguments that were presented this morning. The president, for starters, saying that political opposition parties are mistaking party discipline for intimidation, that parties in parliament need to follow instruction or the mandate of their different political parties, saying that this actually speaks to accountability and transparency. But of course, the president also raising that issue of separation of powers, which some legal experts have said that the ConCourt will have to navigate around that issue as it makes that decision this morning. But on their end, political parties, the UDM, arguing that there is, when you read Section 86 of the Constitution, jointly with some experts of the rules of Parliament, it says that just like the president is voted in a secret ballot, that secret ballot could be used to vote him out. And of course, they're also arguing that the Speaker of Parliament can use her discretion to allow that secret ballot. Well, the Speaker herself saying that, well, she's open to persuasion by these different opposition parties, but because one of the challenges is that neither the rules of Parliament or the Constitution expressly allow that secret ballot to be used in that vote for no motion of confidence. But of course, my colleagues Tula Siza Simelane and Karen Moon will explore these legal nitty-gritties for our viewers in the next hour.
They'll also be exploring the political significance that was going to be taking place today in the Constitutional Court and in the streets of Johannesburg. Thank you very much, our reporter Sigelela Mdingi, live to us from Mary Fitzgerald Square, where in 2 hours from now the opposition parties will be gathering to march to the Constitutional Court.